I just want to add this real quick. Um, the closing of polling places, um, the elimination of Sunday voting. Um, when you don't think they're watching how they lose or almost lost, you're lying to yourself. If they lose or they even come close to losing, they are literally looking at how it happened. They're looking at polling places like how many people were there and what was their race. Oh, now all of a sudden we ain't got the money for it. It happened here where I stayed at. There was a polling place that was in a predominantly black neighborhood that got good numbers. They had the employees, kit and caboodle. They shut it down I want to say the month after Biden was elected, saying it was budgeting. How the hell you figured out the budget the week after the election? That is some good accounting. That you realized that you couldn't afford to keep this place open 4 years in advance. They know what they're doing.
Yep.
Trust me, they know what they're doing.
That's one of the things I often would say is like the people on the proverbial left and then the so-called right, right? The left is less defined than the right. The right is basically anything that's in opposition to the left, right? You know, but people on the right are constantly learning, constantly updating. They have entire groups of think tanks who groom the next batch of lawyers and judges and politicians, who make sure that the right people are connected at the right time, that the money is moving together, so it's all orchestrated. And they learn, oh, that didn't work, but we need to put people in place so that 10 years from now, this won't be a problem, right? Whereas on the left, we're so busy crying about what we don't have, crying about how we're mistreated, whining about why we're being ignored. And I'm not saying that these things aren't true, but we're wasting time because we're sitting here fighting amongst each other, competing over last little shreds of benefit while someone is coming to take it all from you, right? So it's such a sad display, and the left is perfect for doing it. And so here we are. The left generally is playing from last time's playbook. Like is they
Yep.
we still doing sit-ins, still marching, um, still call your congressman, right? That's what we still doing. Okay. Meanwhile, on the other side, they're raising money. They're building schools. They're building think tanks. They got classes for anybody who wants to be a politician. I mean, do you not think that someone as dense as Lauren Boebert has to have help to keep even on track as best as she can do? Right? It's like this ragtag band of I'm just mad versus this band over here saying, well, we need to maintain our power. And it's not a fair fight.
You have a group of people who crying, moaning, groaning, pouting. Oh my God, it's so terrible. Blah blah blah. Vote for me. I would try to stop it. I'm gonna let you know now. So you're gonna tell these people. Let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest on the show. You're gonna tell a group of people that you're gonna stop something that's 10 years in the making. And by the way, I'm telling you 10 years because it was a 10-year plan before that, and there was a 10-year plan before that 10-year plan. Meanwhile, you're fighting something that happened last year or 2 years ago. The left is constantly playing catch up. You we can't do that anymore. You're trying to You're fighting to keep something. They have a 10-year plan to try to take more away. I'm just being honest with y'all. It's tough, but you're playing behind. You're not even on the football field. You're playing in the stands and trying to win the game.